it's like, okay, maybe always try to go a level up. So if I'm struggling with something in my daily life, like, go a level up. Okay. So for instance, the other day I was pulling a bag up from my car and like totally popped off this section of my armrest in my car. And yeah, this little plastic thing. And I was like feeling frustrated because I was rushing. That's why. Never rush. Never rush. It doesn't do anything good. And I was rushing and I broke this piece off and I was like, yeah, I was trying to fix it like real quick. And then like I went a level up. And I was like, first of all, take a deep breath. And like, I'll fix this. But maybe now is not the exact moment. Okay. So I went a level up. I just went a level up and stopped myself from like, going deeper into that frustration spiral. You know? Because I think some of that comes because like our minds, there is, Hawk. That was beautiful. There is an infinite component to this experience. And we spend all our time trying to name that thing. When like it can't be named. It just, it can't. As soon as it becomes named, it enters like it enters duality, because it enters the world of the flesh. So it becomes like, I need a new chopstick. It becomes on the scale to be judged by like people's internal belief systems, their own belief systems. So, you know, even this is risky. But whatever, this is my experience. And take it or leave it anytime. Yeah. So where were we? Yes. Yes. So the thing named, you cannot name it. It can't be named. That's an important component. So, you know, we're chasing after this, like, we're trying to, so, like, the idea how people like to create genres or, like, put things in boxes, you know what I mean? It's like, it's how we exist in this physical world. And it's a challenge because the thing that animates at least our existence, I don't know about, like, bugs and stuff. It's different, I think. There's a different expression. I don't know if it's because this particular animal has evolved enough to be able to, you know, manipulate its environment more. You know, like the spirit that's in us is pushing us to become more capable of manipulating the physical environment. So like whatever the thing that drives us, you know, like thing. I don't know. You know, maybe the mind is to just be able to manipulate our physical environment more. And the more we are able to manipulate our physical environment, then we become aware that when we have the ability to create or to manipulate our physical environment, all we want to do is to create infinite things that our mind can imagine. Like, that's what we want to do. So it's like the whole thing is to become self-aware of the thing that animates the physical form. And the thing that animates the physical form is infinite. So we are trying to create infinite things in our environment, but it's all within the box of this particular blueprint of this planet, this particular planet's form. So everything we can create has to like be a part of the pattern that is unique to this planet, or it's considered unsustainable, you know. And it's a temporary thing. Think about I thought about this one day while I was watching a creek, and the water was spilling over the edge, and when it hit the lower part, it created bubbles, and it was like the water was like kind of foamy, and so the water was spilling over and creating like a bunch of bubbles, and the bubbles would like come together and create bigger bubbles, and those bigger bubbles always popped. Like, they would become as big as possible, and then it would stretch the surface tension of the bubble, and it would eventually pop. But then if you look over in the other areas where there's like less chaos, it creates foam, which is a bunch of smaller bubbles with a thick surface shell. And it's like a bunch of them all together, and they create foam, and like it creates its own form. So that's like a metaphor for this experience too. Is like we keep trying to make bigger and bigger bubbles, but like what we need to do is to create foam, because foam can manipulate in different ways than just a bunch of random bubbles that like come together in a bunch of chaos. So maybe what it's telling us is that, like, I don't know, just in general, we need to think of being efficient in ways that are in line with the biological makeup of this planet. You know, it's like we can't, with Fibonacci, golden ratio. Like, why are we just not building everything in that and utilizing, like, applying that to everything? Why, like, duh. And I mean, like, everything. If that is the blueprint, we have DNA that tells us like all of the history of this planet, as far as that DNA has been here, I guess, you know, and maybe from other places too. Like, if a comet from a planet that exploded from a sun that exploded traveled through space and like landed on our planet and dropped like some little water droplets of whatever matter like was created in that primordial soup. I don't know. It seems like stuff kind of makes more sense. Like, we're not, I mean, I guess the question is like, where did it all come from? But I mean, that is the biggest mystery. That I mean, even the Big Bang Theory, the fact that we can consider that a strong possibility of the way that this whole process began, like, ah, life is funny sometimes. Primordial.